Varble Show. All the top tunes.
Hey, Mulligan.
What are you doing? I don't know.
Getting just what they get in the big house.
It's the Joey and Rory Show. This week's special guest, Sandy Lawrence. This week's episode brought to you by Roper Apparel. Wear the West.
And now, he's the farm and she's the ranch. Here they are, Joey and Rory.
Take off your boots. Leave him there on the floor. And hang that old hat on the hook by the door. Leave the horses and cattle and the ranch far behind. They've had you all week. Tonight, cowboy, you're mine. Turn down those lights on that nightstand. Let all that weight on your shoulders just melt in my hands. That old latch on the barn door and that broken fence line will still be there tomorrow. Tonight, cowboy, you're mine. So leave the horses and cattle and the ranch far behind. They've had you all week. Tonight, cowboy, you're mine.
You know, honey, I'm not really a cowboy.
Well, you're cowboy enough for me, and that's all that matters. Y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
He's a cowboy.
Roper, wear the West.
You'll be alright
His and Hers, the
On
brand new
that
album from ACM winners Joey and Rory.
when I'm gone.
Order yours now at joeyandrory.com.
Please welcome a very special guest to this week's Joey and Rory Show, Sandy Lawrence.
My name is Sandy Lawrence, and my husband and I live here. It's Jack Lawrence. He's a horse trainer, and people call him a horse whisperer, but he laughs and says he's a horse screamer because he's a redhead. I've known that I wanted to be a songwriter since I was probably about 15. I played piano as a kid, and I taught myself guitar, but back in the 60s, I saw Joni Mitchell on TV one time and instantly knew that's who I was. And I've told people it's not that I looked at her and said, that's what I want to do. I looked at her and I said, that's me. That's what I know now who I am. And so through the years, I played bluegrass, I played pop, I played you know, everything folk. I ended up being or attempting to be a country songwriter, and I moved here in 1984 to do that. Jack was born and raised in Franklin, Tennessee, and he, through the years, has known a lot of people in the music business. There's some pictures in his office of like Reba and Dolly and quite a few people through the years that he's just worked with. He's currently worked some with Brad Paisley and Sheryl Crow, so he's been a good inroad for me too with meeting people in the music business. Eventually met quite a few people, but Joey and I met at a vet clinic, and they've cut a couple of my songs, and so I'm starting to feel like a legitimate songwriter now. The Pretty One it came from I saw a sentence a young lady named Jennifer Stansel put on her Facebook page, and she just wrote the sentence, I wish I was the pretty one, and it struck me instantly. I knew it was a universal feeling, that you're in a room and you know that all the attention's on someone else, and you feel, I have something to offer, you know. So it's just called The Pretty One.
Guy walks in a bar, always the start of a good laugh. I watch his eyes glance over me, then radar right on past. I know the punchline all too well, every time the same. He'll sit and talk to me all night, then ask my girlfriend's name. 'Cause I'm the best friend, the confidant, the one they like, but they don't want the smart mouth, the tomboy full of fun. But sometimes I wish I was the pretty one. That girl's born a beauty with a PhD in flirt. She's got a diamond of a guy, but treats him like he's dirt. I do my best to make him smile or make him think, and he hugs me, says he loves me when he's had too much to drink. 'Cause I'm the best friend, the confidant, the one they like, but they don't want the smart mouth, the tomboy full of fun. But sometimes I wish I was the pretty one. He says, why she act that way? And I say, 'cause she can. At times I see him look at me like he knows who I am. I'm the best friend, the confidant, the one they like, but they don't want the smart mouth, the tomboy full of fun. But sometimes I wish I was the pretty one.
It's a good thing I can play guitar, because I can't cook a lick. My wife and my sister, though, are great cooks. Let's head down to the cafe and see what they've got on the menu today.
Y'all come on in. Stay wherever you want.
Our farmhouse and our little cafe, Marcy Jo's, is right next to the Duck River, and there's some darn good fishing in that river, too.
Yes, there is. I've actually gone fishing down there behind old man Jack's house. I love to go fishing. Every once in a while, if you look outside in my hoopty, you'll see a fishing pole hanging out the window.
I've seen that before.
Yeah.
Proof. Well, Marcy's whole family loves to fish, and so do we. And today's recipe is perfect for that, because today we're making our catfish with our homemade hush puppies.
Yep, and also we're making homemade batter, which is really neat. You guys would just love this batter. A long time ago, a friend of mine told me about they use pretzels in their batter. So what I did is I went and I got some pretzels, really thin ones, took it home, put it in the mixer, blended it up really, really fine. See how fine that is? And then I added also a couple cups of cornmeal, and then I mixed it all together, just like that. And I mean, it's really thin. And we fillet our catfish here, which is really, really nice.
Wow. That does look nice. And I love the fact that the pretzels already have salt in them.
Yes.
So you don't have to salt your...
Yeah, people
your
always
breading.
ask, what is in this batter? It tastes so good, you know?
Well, while you're making that, I'm gonna show you guys how we make our hush puppies. And these are homemade. These actually came from our cook. And we have started here with our cornmeal and some regular white flour, a little bit of salt. We're gonna add about 3 tablespoons of sugar in with this, about a ½ cup of onion. Next, we're gonna put in some garlic pepper that has some good seasonings in it. It has salt as well.
People
2
love
eggs beaten. They do love these hush puppies. I think what's great about them is they have so much flavor, but they're so fresh, and you can tell they're not something that you just buy in the freezer section and you throw in the refrigerator, in the deep fryer. You're gonna add a 1.5 cups of buttermilk, and I think that's key too, is that you use buttermilk to make it even thicker and creamier. You're gonna mix this up really, really good, and your batter is going to be nice and
I'll
thick.
make that for
Thank
you.
you, Marcy. Nice and thick, just like this, as you can see. Now, when Marcy goes fishing, and she talks about the fish that she catches, I'm not sure which is a stretch.
No, they're big. They're big. I think the last one was like, I don't know, 25, 30
ounces?
No. Pounds, gold darn it. They're big. They're big.
Well, we've already started our oil here in a cast iron skillet. You can use a deep fryer if you'd like, but there's nothing better than a cast iron.
No, there isn't.
And you're just gonna drop these hush puppies in a kind of a ball, and then they just kind of fill out. Sometimes they turn out really pretty, and sometimes
Well, the hush puppies are really good because they're crispy on the outside. See how crispy they're getting? And they only take a few minutes. And they're really moist on the inside. So they're really, really good. We have people come in and they'll literally ask, can we have hush puppies as an appetizer? So that's how good they are.
Well, we're gonna have some people taste this today.
Okay.
These are some really special friends. So we're gonna have Jack and Sandy Lawrence. Come on over here, guys. So glad to have you here.
Hi, Jack. Hi, Sandy.
Some of y'all will notice Miss Sandy. Come on over here. Sandy wrote When I'm Gone, and she also performed in the video, and just did such a great job. And this is her other half, Cowboy Jack Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Jack has been teaching me how to rope for the past few years, and he's quite a horse hand and a cow hand, and just a dear, dear friend. So are y'all hungry?
Oh, yes.
Do y'all like
You bet.
catfish?
Smells so
Oh,
good.
I hope you
smells
like
really
it
good.
because we got you some right here. Now this is still hot, so we're just gonna use hands here. These are our hush puppies. You can see how nice
Isn't that
and
beautiful?
golden they are.
Cool.
And
We're
on the
country folk
inside.
around here. We use our hands.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's good.
Do you like
Isn't that good?
You can have them with tartar sauce, or you can have them without, because I
Yeah.
think the flavor
Yeah.
bursts in your mouth, and you can taste those pretzels
Yeah.
too. Well, y'all go ahead and
Oh, thank you.
enjoy. Thank you guys for being here today. All right. Well, there you have it, folks. That's our catfish here at Marcy Jo's, along with our hush puppies.
Yep.
Where we're changing lives.
One bite at a time.
One time when I was younger, my brother come down the stairs just crying his eyes out. Mama run over and said, "What's wrong?" He said, "Daddy was up there hanging a picture in the bedroom and hit his thumb with a hammer." She said, "Well, why are you crying? That didn't hurt you. Why didn't you just laugh?" He said, "I did." Think about it.
You go from rags to riches, fun to fame,
From digging ditches to the whole world knows your name.
you'll stand in the spotlight till the light goes dim.
And it's
Rags to riches,
rags again.
As a lot of folks know, one of our sponsors is Roper Western Apparel. They provide all the great clothes that make my wife look like $1,000,000 and make me look like $150. But Roper not only sponsors us, but they're also one of the main sponsors at the National Finals Rodeo. And one of the perks of our relationship with them is that we get invited each year to fly to Las Vegas for a few days and experience Rodeo Week on the Strip. Now Joey, being the farm girl that she is not a big fan of the Vegas lifestyle, but she makes the best of it, and each morning when we wake up at the MGM Grand, Aaron and Gabe and the crew come over and do a little workout. Then we all walk what seems like a couple of miles to our favorite breakfast cafe in the Paris Hotel, Monabi Gabi. It's not Marcy Jo's, but the food is wonderful and we never miss it.
Our first appearance this year was on Rodeo Live with the famous rodeo clown Flint Rasmussen. He's a good friend of ours, and we were happy to be part of his show again. His 2 daughters had surprised us and learned how to play one of our songs, so we invited them up on stage where we all shared a special moment singing together.
That's where Jesus is.
After the show, we met with a lot of great fans from all over the country. We signed autographs and we gave away free Roper apparel.
Back at the MGM that evening, we did another meet and greet and met a lot more wonderful people.
Well, my husband lost his voice, so I'm going to talk for him.
No, I can talk. I don't have any problem talking. It's just I don't sound like him.
It was a late night and we were exhausted by the end of the event. But the next morning, we woke up early and made our way to the Roper stage in the convention center.
Did you meet her down at Ernie's bar? Did she smile your way, twirl her hair and say how cute your dimples are? In some state you left him in. Call and tell me that this time he's really through. I'll get to hold him through the winter, but when spring rolls round,
I just think they're incredible. So they're real, they're down to earth, and I don't know, we enjoy a lot of their music.
Another autograph session, another show, and my voice was almost gone.
Oh, my children, I miss them. Wished I could kiss them.
That evening, Joey and I spent a little time out on the town. And they've got things there we don't see back in Pottsville.
Thank goodness.
Las Vegas may not be our kind of town, but for a few days each year, when all the cowboys and country music fans are there, it is.
Even more so, when you're with the one you love, you're home wherever you are.
Honey, I'd like to do a song now about a relationship I had before you came along.
Before me.
Before you.
To everybody here, you're going to talk about a relationship.
Well, we all got a past. I just write about mine. The first time I saw her, I just turned 16. She looked like something straight out of a magazine. I worked that whole summer just to make her mine. God, I still think about her from time to time. 'Cause she was a good truck, she never got stuck. She fired every time I crank her up. She could climb a hill and haul a load and leave 100 foot of rubber on the blacktop road. I don't know why I ever gave her up. She was a good truck. Well, I I stole my first kiss on her tailgate. My first time was in her bed, Lord, we couldn't wait. We drug cans behind her on her wedding day. Lord, I cried when my ex-wife drove her away. She was a good truck, she never got stuck. She fired every time I cranked her up. She could climb a hill and haul a load and leave 100 foot of rubber on a blacktop road. I don't know why I ever gave her up. She was a good truck. Yeah, she was a good truck. Man, she was a good truck. She was a Chevy truck. That song is sponsored by Lions, Chevy, GM, and Buick.
In Lewisburg, Tennessee. You know, this song has kind of become our theme song.
It sure has.
Telling the truth and being real and feeding my family a home-cooked meal. That's important to me. That's important to me.
Don't forget about what's most important to you.
I'm Joey.
And I'm Rory. Tune in again next week. Same place, same time.